I have a video. I'm like shaking from all the medicine that I've taken today, so that's kind of why I'm talking like this a little bit. But anyways, that video ended. So you have the people in Charlie's broken up in teams and levels, and same thing in me. And so you had the people in my life doubling down and trying to destroy me and create illusions for me to destroy myself. And that didn't work. And then you had the people masked down on delivering a compelling story in rumors and false accusations and he said, she said, and gossip, and just spreading the most heinous things. Yeah, I know. Everybody's like, how does she know? I know. I know. The things that I don't know, I don't even want to know. I just don't. I know enough. I don't even want to know anymore, truthfully. But, so you had those. You had that level of people. And now you have them doing the same thing, doubling down on doing everything they can to create distractions, to go against taking accountability and investigations happening. Because they know without a doubt that if it truly went to the judicial system and people started getting subpoenaed and people started getting behind the witness stand and started to be questioned, that they would tell on themselves because nothing in their story makes sense. And they've told so many lies that in the midst of them being on the stand and telling something, they're going to tell on themselves because they've told so many lies. And they know that. They know that. And it's the same thing in Charlie Kirk. And it's the same thing with me. And it's the same thing with Epstein. It's the same thing. And generally, 99% out of the time, it's the same thing with all this corruptive, criminal activity that is happening in the United States from American people towards innocent American people, because they have made choices and decisions in their life that are very, very illegal. They're very, very horrific. And if they knew the truth would come out, they would be behind bars. They would be behind bars. There would be no running from that. None. And so that's why they're doubling down in all facets. Since they've lost control of the people over the age of 18, they're now going after the children in schools, TPUSA, for Erica to go talk to the children in high schools. Absolutely ludicrous. I can tell you right now, thank goodness my son's graduated, but if he was still in high school and I ever found out that that woman was talking at the high school, I would yank him out of that high school so quickly, it's not even funny. Not even funny. I would know enough just in that the school allowed her in their organization to walk their happy asses into my school, my son's school, and put on an event like that for all of the children. But if my son was one of the ones sitting in that auditorium, that would be enough for me. That would be enough for me. I'd be like, we're done here. We're done here. Son, you're going to finish the rest of your high school out doing online. And I know it would be a big fight. But thankfully, by the grace of God, my son did he did finish his high school online. By the grace of God. It got really weird in high school around. Started in freshman year. Same year I resigned. Everything started that infamous year. Freshman, sophomore. And so, but, yeah. 444, as I say that, we're all fighting the same battle in different ways. It's just up to you what kind of battle you're fighting. It's just up to you. You have choice in that. You know what you do. You know which decisions you make. You know how you live your life. You know what you spend your money on. You know how you acquire your money. You know. You know. And there are people in the world that also know. They don't know, but they know. Because it's pretty evident. It's pretty evident. Based on how people are acting, the sporadicness, the chaoticness, the worrisome. They're very worried. They're so worried. They're creating a lot of distractions, heinous distractions. So it's one of those things. They know the end is near. This type of battle can only go on for so long. It can. It won't go on forever. That I know. I do. I know without a doubt, actually. 100%. 100%. And you want to be on the right side of this. You really do. You deserve to be on the right side of it. You truly do. You do. You deserve that. Because continuing to stand on the wrong side of this is going to only hurt yourself. It's not going to hurt anybody else. You've already hurt as many people in your life that you're going to hurt. You're not going to hurt any more people. That I can assure you. So at this point forward, everybody entangled in this conglomeration of evil versus good in whatever part you play in it, because it's all interconnected in various different ways. You're only going to end up hurting yourself, and you're only going to end up hurting your legacy, your children's legacy. There's no coming back from that. There just isn't. No amount of money, no amount of power is going to save you from the trajectory of something that's out of your control. And you do not have control of this. No one has control of this. If you had control of this, we wouldn't be sitting in what we're sitting in right now. And they don't have control. That's evident. That is evident. That is factual. They don't have control. They lost control, truthfully, the moment they allowed Charlie Kirk to pass away. That's when they lost full control. That right there is when they lost full control. And from that point forward, they have not had control whatsoever. And every day it goes on. They lose more and more control. And who is it hurting more? It's hurting them. It's not even hurting us anymore because we're all so aware of it. It's so evident. And they can masquerade and they can carry these masks and they can keep dodging the bullets and hitting the talking points and hitting the keywords and keep telling on themselves. But it doesn't affect us anymore. Because we're like, what's new? What is new? And so if it's not even affecting us anymore, who is it truly hurting? It's hurting them. Because they're the ones walking around living a false facade, having to continually check their back, continually figure out how to get across or overcome a new truth coming out that they don't have anything to debunk it. They're like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What is she going to say next? What is Candace going to show? What is Tucker going to talk about? What is Baron going to uncover? What is Valhalla going to call out? What is Ian going to call straight facts for facts? Call it like it is. What? You know? And that's just to name a few. What is Coach Colin going to make the most perfect perspective in a comedic way? Like, I mean, I could just go down the list.